Good morning, guys. Today we're looking at a new place value chart that goes from 1 million all the way down past the decimal point down into the thousandths. We're going to be looking at some problems today, and what we're really going to be concerned with, we're going to be looking for patterns. So we're going to see a lot of problems that look similar to this, and we're going to look for patterns and hopefully get to a point where we can do these without looking at a place value chart. We're going to be able to use our place value chart to check our answers. But for example, let's look at this first one. 32,000 times 10. Well, we're multiplying. And on a place value chart, we know that each of those digits are going to get larger by 10. Now for 32,000 to get larger, that 3 is actually in the 10,000s place. If you looked at our place value chart, what's to the left of the 10,000s place is the 100,000s. It's important to understand when we're multiplying by these powers of 10, whether it be 1, 10, 100, 1,000, the digits in the product are going to be the same as in the problem. So 32,000, we're going to see that 3 and that 2 in our answer. So like I said, the 3 in the 10,000s place is going to get 10 times bigger. What's 10 times bigger than 10,000? 100,000. So that 3 is going to go to the 100,000s place. And I'm going to write it like this. 3 goes to the 100,000s. The 2 that was in the thousands is going to go to the 10,000s. And the thousands place is a 0. And we're always going to fill zeros in if we have nothing else to write until we get to the decimal point. One last thing to know is if you have a number, a whole number, and there's no decimal part of it, for example, if I just had the number 15, a lot of people don't realize that the number 15 actually has a decimal point, but we don't need to show it because it's got 0 tenths. But 15.0 is the same as, is equal to 15. When we have a whole number and we're multiplying like that, it's good to know that because just knowing where the decimal point is can help us anchor ourselves knowing place value. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'll keep this short. Let's go to division. 46 and 5 tenths. Notice how I read that. 46 and 5 tenths. We read the decimal point as an and. We're dividing by 10. So we know that these numbers are going to stay the same. The digits, we're going to still see a 4, a 6, and a 5, but they're going to get smaller by a factor of 10. So that 4 that's in our tens place is actually going to move to our ones place. And how do I show that? Well, if a number is right next to a decimal, that means it's in the ones place. The 6 that was in the ones place is going to get 10 times less value, and 6 tenths is 10 times less than 6 ones. And the 5 we have here in our tenths place is going to get 10 times smaller. So it's going to go from the tenths to the hundredths. And we see that 5 hundredths is going to be 10 times smaller than originally it was 5 tenths. Now we read this number as 4 and 65 hundredths. And remember, when you hear that unit name at the end, hundredths, that tells you where our last digit is going to go. In this case, this is the hundredths, this is the tenths, and this is the ones. 4 and 65 hundredths.